getting closer to you. All right. I don't hear that well. So if anybody has a question to ask, he will repeat it to me. Because when you talk to a mic, it always sounds like this to me. What are you doing? You may make notes if you wish. Okay. Take over, you're the moderator. You do the work.
I believe we have a Deadpool. Let's ask a question. Let's hear what your question is now.
Is this thing on?
Simba.
Okay, there we go. So, Allfather, I have a sort of a four-part question here. One,
He has a something, I heard that.
one, do you like chimichangas as much as I do?
Sure.
All right, great.
I don't want any enemies. I like everybody.
Two, how much involvement do you still have in Marvel Comics, if any?
I heard that. I don't know how to. I really don't have. I have hardly any involvement in the editorial in Marvel Comics. They'll occasionally ask me to write a special introduction or a special story or some little thing, or meet with the artists or writers sometime. But as far as any day-to-day involvement, or any involvement in what they really do, telling them what to do or telling them not to do it, I have nothing to do with that at all. We're just good friends, and I hope we remain that way.
All right. Three, with so many superhero movies nowadays, do you think the industry is becoming inundated and there will eventually be a bubble that will pop and we'll see no more superhero movies for like a long time?
Absolutely not. Put that man on report. They're going to get bigger and bigger.
And four, oh wait, I always break the fourth one, so I forgot.
Okay, well, let's look at the next one. Thank you.
By the way, I'm sorry. If the crowd's okay with it, and you're okay with it.
We're not okay with it. We're probably not okay with it.
Now I can't hear you.
Now they're cutting back. You won't get it. Everyone goes, you're going to get tagged.
Go Dipple, go Dipple, go.
All right, get right where the mic so I can hear you. Hello there, young man. What's your question, please?
All right. What led you to the creations of Marvel Comics?
Greed. No, actually, I had a job. I was working for the company. I wanted to keep my job so I'd be able to pay the rent. And my publisher said, I want you to dream up some new characters for us. So I either had to do it, or he would have fired me. So I dreamed them up. I mean, that's what you do when a publisher says so. That was it. I can lie, but why do that? You're too important to me to lie.
Stan, thank you for coming.
You're looking at me, boy. You gotta look over there. You're welcome. Thank you for being here to thank me for coming.
The original tagline for Spider-Man was "The hero who could be you," and when the movie was released in 2002, one of the taglines was "The world needs a hero." I wanted to ask you, when you were creating the original Marvel characters, did you look at the world or the landscape of superheroes and say, this is something that the world needs?
No. But it was something I needed to keep my job. No, I forget the order, but I think we had already done the Fantastic Four. I don't know, maybe the Hulk or the X-Men, and my publisher said, come up with something else. So I tried to think of what hasn't been done. That's the way you do it. You don't think of what you want to do, you just think of what hasn't been done and you pick that. And I realized nobody had done anything about an insect crawling on walls who became human. And what happened was I had seen a spider. No, it wasn't a spider. I saw a fly crawling on the wall, and I thought, gee, that would be a great superpower for somebody if they could crawl on walls like an insect. So I figured I would do that. And then I figured, well, I need a name for him. So I thought Insect Man didn't sound dramatic. Fly Man, yeah. Mosquito Man. And then I got to Spider Man. I thought of that, but I really wasn't thinking of how he would affect the world or how the world would affect him. I was just thinking, I hope I can write a good enough story and the book will sell. I'll tell you a story about that. So I came to my publisher and I said, I got this great idea. I want to do a teenage hero. There hasn't been any yet. I want him to have a lot of personal problems, and I want to call him Spider-Man. My publisher said to me, this was the darkest moment in my life. My publisher said to me, that is the worst idea I've ever had. He said, first of all, you can't call a hero Spider-Man because people hate spiders. He said, you can't make him a teenager. A teenager can only be a sidekick. And you can't let him have personal problems. Don't you know what a superhero is? So I walked out of the office with my tail between my legs. And a little bit later, we had a magazine that we were killing called Amazing Fantasy. Now, when you kill a magazine, nobody cares what you put in the last issue, because you're killing it. That's the last issue. Who cares? So to get it out of my system, I put Spider-Man in the last issue of Amazing Fantasy. I feature on the cover, and I forgot about it. About a month or two later, after all the sales figures came in for the magazines, my publisher called me, and he said, hey, Stan, do you remember that Spider-Man character of yours that we both liked so much? Heard about it. Why don't we do a series? Because he found out that had been the best-selling book of the month for us, the one that featured Spidey on the cover. And I'm sorry I gave you such a long-winded answer. I tend to... Thank you.